2K Sports. Glad you're here with us tonight for this Monday night presentation. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And now here's the upcoming schedule for the Dallas Mavericks. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Kevin, thanks very much. Nikola Jokic loves to pass. He said an assist makes two people happy instead of just one. So, it's as simple as that. And that simplicity and creative joy is part of what makes the big man tick. Jokic said, "It helps me having fun out there. It's a different way to approach the game." And that makes him one of a kind in this league, Kevin.
Sure is. Thanks, DA. Well, we've seen some head coaching changes, Greg. We're early in the season. How long does it take to fully implement, do you think, a new system with a new coach?
You know, it's a tough question, Kevin. It really can depend on how difficult or complicated the system is. But all things being equal, the experienced teams often learn faster because they just understand the game better.
Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Murray and Harris, the guard set. Millsap and Jokic hold down the post for them. And it's Barton in at the small forward position. And for Dallas, Doncic and Porzingis, the incredible forward pair. Jalen Brunson out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Cauley Stein in at the center, filling out the middle.
Can't give Harris any breathing room from the mid-range. He's excellent in that space.
Now, Brunson. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Hardaway, no good. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets.
And for Jokic, a slow start to last season. Came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape. And boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned. And I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body. And I think we will see that in time.
Here's Dallas. It's a three-point game. Hardaway for three. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Murray against Brunson. Millsap pass to Murray. Over Brunson. Denver the rebound. Millsap. And Millsap snaps it in.
Yeah, Millsap doing good work there with the extra possession, converting on the offensive glass.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Pass to Brunson. On the wing, Doncic. Defending. Good work there as it goes.
This is why I love his game. You really have to admire his tenacity.
Harris passes to Murray. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Here's Jokic. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort. Dallas has gone 0-2 from deep here. Brunson with it, guarded by Murray. And here's Doncic from the arc. Denver grabs the miss. They've gone into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good now.
Well, I think it was a combination of things, quite honestly, but the defense didn't really offer them a challenge all night. I agree with that.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
1:41 left here in the opening quarter. And Porzingis gets it to go on the assist from Hardaway.
Well, you look at Porzingis and his size 7'3", he consistently torches defenders around the ring.
It's Barton on the wing. Back to Jokic. Doncic with the steal. And Johnson with it. Out guarded by Murray. One heck of a crush over there.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
Changing it up here. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. We'll look at the Nuggets. They're in the upper part of the conference records right now, in 5th place. And, of course, Dallas. And they're down 4 spots from them.
You know, right now, Dallas, they had the kind of hot and cold start that we've kind of come to expect. Nothing that would indicate they're in for any kind of a breakout season.
And, you know, perhaps with a roster move or two later on, they can start to break out of that pattern.
54 seconds left to play in the first. Jokic outside. Trying to get open is Johnson. They time it right. They can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
Morris passes to Jokic.
You got to do more than that to stop Jokic. I mean, this guy is a master at converting through tough defense.
And so it's Burke who brings up the ball for Dallas. They trail by 6. Doncic right side. Here's the teardrop. That one falls coming off Burke's feet.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Porter, no luck. Here's Doncic. Pass to Burke. And it's sent back by Jokic.
You know, this is what we've seen Jokic do every night. I mean, he puts himself in position to make an impact on the game.
And that does it for the first quarter. Denver on top, leading by 7. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
Porzingis is out there with Johnson. Then there's Burke. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's a 1-2 into the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently, how about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to, how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers? Mikehell and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit. And I'll tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Mavericks have their young star tandem in Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. KP said, we can be a pretty deadly duo. It's only going to be a matter of time. Once we get that two-man game going, it's going to be hard to stop. Guys, it's already hard to stop. Back to you.
Team on the rise, David. Thank you so much. Here's Hartenstein. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Murray with it. It's Johnson picking him up. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the shot.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
And a chance there to look back at the a moment ago.
Guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Dallas making a switch here. Cauley Stein's checked in. And then for Denver, Millsap comes in for Michael Porter. And Harris subbed in for Morris. Back to Hardaway. Over Harris. Cauley Stein trying to free himself up. Hardaway, no good. Brunson against Murray. And it's good, 2 points. Murray's got the lead up to 7 now for the Nuggets.
And even at 6'5", that's not a giant by any means. Murray elevates high inside for these buckets. He's a high percentage shooter down low for sure.
Hardaway, no good.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Denver?
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball. And if you're drawing up your starting five for team irrational confidence, Jamal Murray makes a strong case. This guy is fearless.
Wonder kicks to Porzingis. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And then Murray with the jam.
Nice to see Murray take it strong to the rack. Pretty good finisher he is inside.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And Murray, we know, can be streaky, Greg. Still mid-30% for his career from three-point range.
Of course, the degree of difficulty pretty high on a lot of his shots. Off the bounce with a hand in his face. And he's more than a shooter, a versatile scorer who can get it done in a variety of ways.
That's a rare miss for him inside. He may have just rushed it a bit. Maybe lost concentration, too.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
So halt the run. Awundu. That's good. Awundu's got it back down to single digits for the man.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
A different look for Dallas. Bojanovic comes in for Cauley Stein. And Trey Burke subbed in for Jalen Brunson.
Every time out, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
The drive by Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
Well, you don't see bigs with Jokic's skill level very often. His athleticism, very average, but he still can throw it down if he has to.
Doncic right side. From 18 feet away. Green with the rebound.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Barton outside. Driving in. Teardrop shot. He takes it up and lays it in. And the Nuggets lead by 13.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Doncic against Barton. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Striked away. Outside, Green. And the call up against Jokic. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
And the first half is now in the books. Nuggets lead by 13. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, your team has taken control in the first half. What are your areas of focus going forward?
Our turnovers are killing us right now. We have to get a shot every time down the floor. We have to guard the basketball, defend the three-point line, and if we take care of it, we should be able to close the game out.
Thanks for your time, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. And fellas, Jamal Murray is an out-and-out scorer. Running off screens or off the bounce, he's always in attack mode. Kenny, what stands out in his game?
I like his growth as a passer. We asked, say, hey, is he a 2? Is he a 1? But he's shown he can do both right now.
He continued to add layers to his game, so people see the all-star potential. With his work ethics, he has a chance.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter is set to begin in just a few.
And with the big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Without question, Jamal Murray displaying his skills today.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up, be physical with him.
We've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade All Fueled Up for the second half. Taking a look at the Nuggets. Millsap and Jokic hold down the post for them. Murray and Harris, the guard set, and it's Barton in at the small forward. Jokic with the bucket. Winning that championship as you did great for UNLV. Many people don't remember you played much of that season with a broken jaw.
Well, Kevin, I don't remember much of it, to be honest with you. It was pretty hazy. I lost 19 pounds over the course of the season. I was championship night. I was 168 pounds.
No,
yeah. I was wired shut for 8 days. Bleeds. Did miss a game, but I tell you what, I don't know if I would do that today. But, it did turn out well with the championship.
As I recall, you broke it against Fresno State, correct?
Yes, got my legs taken out from under me and broke the fall with my face. Yeah.
Ouch. Murray against Brunson. And Doncic, here we go, gets it down to single digits. Doncic has got 4 this quarter.
Doncic is able to blow by opponents and make them pay. Even though he's not the greatest athlete, he's sneaky quick.
Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Wondu's checked in, and the Nuggets making a change here.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
Here's Dozier. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big men. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
And the first one at the line is good.
And, guys, it's really obvious that Jokic wants to keep getting better. I mean, he's got a lot of tools, and I think the sky's the limit. Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock them down from the line.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
When you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
You're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
Murray kicks to Jokic. 5 to shoot. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 3rd assist on the night.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Olden.
Hey, Kevin, it's a misnomer that in the era of three-point shooting, people don't want anyone to take mid-range shots. Many of the league's elite players still thrive there. Kawhi Leonard is one, and he explained how. He said it's hard to defend guys that shoot twos. Once you get to the playoffs, it becomes a half-court game. Teams won't allow you to take wide-open shots and threes. Guys, back to you.
D.A., thank you. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
Pass to Cauley Stein. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Doncic buries the 20-footer. Doncic has got 10 points in the game.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Porter with it. Jokic inside. Cauley Stein defending. And a rejection by Cauley Stein. And the call up against Jokic. That's foul number 2 for him. We have got to see that sensational mobile 1 block again.
And he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
Jokic firing on all cylinders for the Denver Nuggets. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Back right after this. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Burke is out there with Hardaway. Then it's Johnson. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Marjanovic in at the center. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive. And it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Paul Millsap is checked in for Green.
And I remember when Doncic was first asked, who is your favorite player? And boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would be the answer for 80 to 90% of it, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said, LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too. But for me to be like LeBron, I have to work much harder. That's a guy who knows his stuff.
Shot clock at 2. They get it back.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's foul number 2 for him. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Porzingis comes in for Johnson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Burke. Jamal Murray, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Doesn't go for it. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Doncic with it. And guarded by Murray. And Doncic throws it down.
Well, you look at Luka Doncic, and it's clear. He's got the entire package, a full repertoire, especially at the offensive end.
Murray dishes to Barton. Back to Murray. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on it.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for Denver.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
They've also jumped on any opportunity they've had to attack the basket tonight. I mean, excellent penetration.
Denver leading by 11. Harris kicks to Jokic. 1:56 left in the fourth quarter. Porzingis with the block.
Porzingis doing a nice job staying in position and then using his reach to block shots.
And he banks in the layup.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
For Denver, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. The pass to Jokic. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. And the rejection by Cauley Stein. And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Quarters checked in for Barton. And now, let's present our New Balance player of the game, Nikola Jokic.
And the D tried to get physical with him down low tonight, and it really backfired. Instead, he's just tore them up. He was aggressive, inviting the contact, and really just taking it straight to him.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Mike Malone had some words for his team during the break. His demeanor was not one of the coach whose team was well ahead. He said, this is the time to turn up the heat, make one final push, and try to close out strong. See if they were listening, guys.
He drops the first one, and that'll push the lead to double digits. And Jokic drops them both. And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas. Driving to the basket. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals and 13 tries.
Excellent finish that time inside by Doncic. He's highly skilled. I mean, that's obvious. What's not so obvious is how big he is. This guy looks me eye to eye. Nothing's going his way since the horn. I mean, looks like he used up all his mates in the last quarter.
Jokic passes to Millsap. 5 on the clock. Another shot. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession. .29 seconds left to play in the final quarter.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yep, I agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
Janovic. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
Gets the first, and that brings them to within 10. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. 19 seconds left in the game. And the call up against Jokic. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Terry against Murray. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Millsap looking it over. Drops it in.
Like the confidence, Millsap is definitely capable of sinking these bombs from deep.
So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who's standing by with our player of the game. Take it away, David.
Thanks, Kevin. Nikola, coach has talked about the growth of your leadership. What's gotten you to be more vocal?
I just want to help my teammates. I think if we say something, they're going to listen to me. I just want to make them better, so I'm just going to do that.
Well, it sounds like they're listening, man. Appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.